Hey, what's going on, guys? Ravi here from MiraFX along with Mr. Zebo. Welcome you to another Adobe Premiere Pro tutorial. So in this video, we'll be learning to make this cinematic title animation in a very simple way. So without any delay,
let's get started.
Alright, so in order to create this cinematic title, all you have to do is simply create a new legacy title. Go to the file, click on this new and click on this legacy title. Let me click OK here, and all we have to do is simply type some text here. Let me type some text, something like MiraFX Studio Presents. I'll change this font to Calibri. It is one of my favorite font. Let me click on this here. I'll set this to regular. Just center this up, and I'll change the font size to something like 120. 125 looks good, and close this. So have this title created in your project and drag this to the right side panel here so that a sequence is created. So now this particular title is like 5 seconds. So let us animate this. So go to the effect controls, make sure you select this title, and the first thing that you'll have to do is click on this opacity here and make sure that the timer is selected here, so that we can create keyframes. Set the opacity to 0 at the first frame. Go to like 1 second. You can see that we are at 1 second here, and change the opacity to 100. Go to around 4 seconds. Click on this diamond icon here so that a keyframe is created at this point. You can see it here, and go to the last frame and set the opacity to 0. So now if you start playing this is how it's going to look like. Perfect. Now we'll add something else to it. So go to the effects panel here. Let me go to the effects panel here and simply type Gaussian blur. So have this Gaussian blur effect and drag this onto the title like this. So we'll have to repeat the same thing here. Click on this timer button here for blurriness, and go to the first frame of your title and set the value to 100, and go to 1 second forward like this. At this point, set the blurriness to 0. Go to 4 seconds and set the click on this button here so that a keyframe is created, and go to the last frame and set the value to 100 again. The last thing that we can add is click on this timer button for the scale as well. Make sure it is at 100 and go to the last frame and set the scale value to 115. Alright, so you see that there are 2 keyframes here. So if I start playing this is how it's going to look like. Perfect. You can simply hold Alt on your keyboard and duplicate this title here and move it to the top. You can double click on this and you can simply edit it like this. I'll add Zebo's editing world, and I'll change the font size to 80, and I'll change the font style to light and move it a bit to the bottom just like this. I'll simply close this and I'll move 1 frame to the right, just so that the bottom title comes a bit with a delay. So if I start playing this is how it's going to look like. So this is how you make a cool looking cinematic title in Adobe Premiere Pro. You can also add some cool music that will make the scene much better. I hope you like this video, and if that's the case, give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to talk with me regarding visual effects and video editing, you can always connect with me on Instagram at VFXGuyRavi. Mr. Zebo, would you like to add something?
Subscribe for more tutorials.
Alright, so see you guys next time with another tutorial.